everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Naomi and this is my YouTube channel, Me Internally. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 10 tips on how to grow back your natural hair after you cut it, or you're transitioning from heat damage, or if you're just wondering how to grow back your natural hair. And so basically I'm going to be giving 10 tips using the acronym hair growth. So there's 10 letters in the word hair growth, and I also want to give 10 tips. If I'm looking down, I'm using my notebook, which I wrote down some tips on. So yeah, so I just wanted to give my tips to everyone, because every time someone sees my hair, like the people who know I have cut my hair, they're also like amazed of how fast my hair grew back, and I am now too, now realizing or hearing other people say it. So yeah, I just thought, you know, I would love to share these tips with anyone who wants to grow back their hair as well. But I'll just go right into the tips. First letter for the word hair growth, the first letter H stands for heat. So basically, I don't say heat is the enemy, but it's the enemy if you don't use it in moderation. Saw how heat using it that often, or at least on like my hair texture, or how often I used it could have those effects on my hair. So I kind of told myself, okay, I'm not going to use heat anymore until I absolutely want to, or feel as though my hair, I guess, would look nice for this occasion, whatever the case may have been. So I never used it again. So yeah, basically my main advice for that letter is just use it in moderation. Deep condition your hair after. Use protein treatments. Protein treatments can definitely help your hair bounce back, improve the elasticity of your hair, so your hair isn't feels so stretchy. I'm not sure if you guys know what I'm talking about when your hair feels like that. So definitely I would say use heat in moderation. Like, not to say that you can't use heat, but just it could potentially mess up your hair texture. A stands for armor. So armor also translates to protection, and protection also translates to protective styling. Protective styling is very important for your natural hair, or in your journey for length retention. If you want to grow back your hair, if you're transitioning to natural hair, transitioning from heat damage, if you want to give your hair a break, protecting your hair is always important. Of protective styling your hair. So protective styles consist of box braids, passion twists, which I have uploaded on a past video, crochet, wigs. I believe part of it, I'm not saying my hair grew because of the wig, but just having my ends tucked away. I know personally for me, when my ends are tucked away, that's when my hair kind of flourishes the most, because my hands are not in my hair, I'm not twisting my hair, flicking off my shoulder, doing a whole bunch of different styles, which can contribute to breakage sometimes, depending if you're not delicate enough with your hair, if you don't take your time, if you're rushing, especially during the school year. I would wake up like if I have an early class in the morning, sometimes I'll wake up just close enough to get ready just in time for class, and then you kind of just want to throw your hair up. You don't really care, you just want to make sure you get to class on time. So that was me a good bit of the time. So because of that, I sometimes would just kind of handle my hair anyhow. But definitely when I put on the wig, especially if it kind of like looks somewhat natural, I really found this really good one, which I really liked. I'll kind of find and insert a picture in the video as well. And this wig I really liked wearing during New York. I also figured out how to put it up into like a high bun, which was really cute as well. So yeah, wigs were really helpful for me, just to keep my ends tucked away, especially at night too. Use a satin pillowcase. That way, if you don't feel like putting on a hair wrap, I know I'm sometimes like that too, but if you have the satin pillowcase, you know, if you're twisting, pulling away at night, I mean, at least like you have a pillow there. So even in the winter time, you know, during this past winter, I made sure I wore my wig a lot. My ends were pretty much tucked away, or at least if I had it kind of in my high puff, at least it wasn't on my shoulders, because sometimes you know, the friction of your the top you're wearing rubbing against your hair, rubbing against it, can also contribute to split ends. So yeah, you just definitely want to protect the ends of your hair. And as my hair was growing out, even though my hair was short, just having my hair tucked away during that period, it, I believe, helped contribute to my hair growth, because I wasn't constantly manipulating my hair, twisting it, trying to make it look, I wasn't forced to like continue to keep styling my hair. So yeah, I think that definitely contributed to my hair growth. So basically, after the finals, I knew as finals came up during the school year, I would not have time to be doing my hair as much. So I thought it was the best choice for me to put my hair in a ponytail. You can clip it. I'll insert a picture in the video as well. And by having my hair tucked away, I was able to study for my finals, focus on my work, and not even have to worry about the health of not worry about the health of my hair, but not worry about me having to style my hair. So that worked a lot. I gave my hair a break to go on a retreat, and then when I came back, I was gonna start work, I put in crochet for my birthday as well, and that I believe definitely contributed to my hair growth. And when I took out my hair, I couldn't believe how much my hair grew. And it wasn't because because of the styles, because what I was doing in between. So another part of it, as protecting your hair, you have to protect your hair while it's being protected. And what I mean by this is, even though you have a protective style, you have to put in the work again to it. So you want to moisturize your hair. You want to use a water-based moisturizer. You want to put oils into your hair. You want to shampoo, condition your hair in between. I know some people, they think they have on box sprays, or they think if they have on a wig that they can't do anything in between. They don't want to mess up the look. I think the look is important. You want to look nice, but at the same time, the health of your hair is the most important part. If you're trying to grow healthy hair, yes, long hair, but healthy hair, that's mostly the main goal. You want to make sure that, you know, you're protecting your hair, you're giving your hair that extra TLC, tender loving care in between while it's getting protected. I stands for ingredients. So when the hair product may not make your hair grow, the ingredients may not do the same thing either, but it can impact the health of your hair. What I mean by this is certain ingredients you want to stay clear of. So I know some people say sulfates don't really bother or mess up the health of their hair, but sulfates, they're typically found in shampoos. They dry out your hair. Now, why is this an issue? So when you're trying to grow healthy natural hair, you don't want, or you want to kind of try to moderate the amount of sulfate used. So when you shampoo your hair, so for me, typically I shampoo my hair once every 2 weeks. Why? Because my hair is naturally dry, and if I'm constantly shampooing my hair, let's say once a week or like every other day, my hair is going to dry out. My hair is going to be stripped of its natural oils, and I'm not going to see any results because my hair will be constantly dry. Now, how you can combat that, you could, you know, spray your hair, you can moisturize your hair, use water-based products, deep condition your hair. All that stuff is great, but at the same time, the shampoos sometimes are so harsh that it's like, even if you try to add in all that extra stuff back, it may not work as effective because of how strong it was in the first place. I would just moderate your uses of shampoo, the sulfate. There's also gentle cleansers, so some shampoos are better than others. I like to use I'll insert it in the video because I'm not gonna remember it, but it's a green bottle by Oras. I like that. I didn't really think it stripped my hair. I also love this coconut shampoo as well. I don't like co-washes because I feel as though it just kind of sits on my hair as opposed to actually moisturizing it. So that's another thing that could kind of be bad too. So you may think, okay, you know, I'm not using sulfates, let me use a co-wash instead. That's moisturizing my hair, that's not stripping my hair, but that's also coating your hair. So now you may have a clean scalp, or you may think you're cleaning your scalp, but now you're just coating it, adding extra products to your scalp, blocking the oils from going down. So you want to be mindful of the products, the ingredients you find in your hair products. It's Decus Keratin Sativa, so that's found in carrot oil, and you've seen this in some of my videos before. It's carrot oil by Oras. I absolutely love this product because it is so moisturizing. It prevents split ends, reduces breakage. Carrot oil is such an amazing product. I also include more benefits because it's kind of like not coming on the top of my head right now, but yes, I love carrot oil. I think it does a great job. I know that has definitely improved the health of my hair as I was growing it back out within that year time frame. I would just apply it every day on my scalp, to my roots, and my ends, and that's definitely and drastically improved the health of my hair. So for me, I like coconut oil. I think coconut oil is really great for my hair. Coconut oil makes my hair feel moisturized, makes it add sheen to my hair. What else? Coconut oil apparently can be used as a leave-in conditioner. I never knew that. I googled that before. So you could use that coconut oil for that purpose. But I do see some videos people saying, oh, we're canceling coconut oil. So I think one important tip I would say for this is for sulfates and for coconut oil. What may work for your hair may not work for someone else, and vice versa. So the most important part, which kind of leads me to the next tip, is R stands for research. Research, research, research. Your hair care this is not just for natural hair care, this is for hair in general. Hair is it just has so many layers, right? And it's important to know what you're putting into your hair, what products you intend to buy, what kind of appliances you plan to buy as well. So for example, right, as I was transitioning to natural hair, there was so many terminology, so many acronyms, abbreviations that I didn't know, and it really helped me as I got along the journey. So for example, TLC, tender loving care. There's also LOC, so it's liquid, oil, and cream, and that order helps you moisturize your hair. There's also LCO, so liquid, cream, and then oil. And why this is important to research is because what am I putting into my body? What am I putting into my hair? Because you don't want to just take everything basically in and just be like, okay, yeah, that's correct, but like you might put into your hair and then you're wondering why, oh, but this person said this works for me, but is it designed to work for you? You want to kind of figure out what works for you on your own. So it's important to do your own research. So as I said before, so when I was transitioning to natural hair, even as I was trying to grow back my hair, some people, they use the order LOC, and correct me if I'm right or wrong, but I think that was the original order of how to moisturize one's natural hair transitioning hair. So they would typically use liquids, I guess that's oil, a water, then oil, that's like coconut oil, shea butter, and then the cream, which is like, I guess, a leave-in conditioner of any sort. Now for me personally, I always heard, as I was transitioning and even trying to go back my hair, is that you apply the water-based product first, then the oil, because if you apply it vice versa, the oil would just be sitting on your hair basically. But putting the moisturizer first, the oil serves as a sealant, and it's basically locking in the moisture. So personally for me, the logic behind that, even testing it out on my own hair, I like to use the LCO method, so liquid, cream, then oil, because for that main purpose. So I will put the water first, then I'll put the cream, which is my Aura S by Carrot Oil, and then I would use the oil last, so such as coconut oil. Another important part about research, I would say, is research to see who has a similar hair texture as you. So I think what most people try and do is, like, I guess when they first Google natural hair, they'll see someone, I guess, with a looser hair pattern and be like, oh, you know, I wish my hair was like that. They just get so caught up in hair type. Now I don't think that's a good thing to get caught up in hair type system, because you risk comparing yourself to other people, and then even you wish your hair was maybe longer and stuff like that. But I would say it is good to research to see who has a similar hair texture as you, because potentially you're able to see, you know, what worked for them, how it worked for them, why it worked for them, and just basically things like that. So I would say to research to see who has a similar hair type as you, but also don't limit yourself as well. I think it's okay to look at people who have different hair textures as you, because, you know, sometimes you may find a tip that maybe someone who did have the same hair texture as you, but they didn't say the tip, someone else did with a different hair texture, and that tip that person provided, you know, it may work for your hair, and it may not have worked for the person with the same hair texture as you. So even though sometimes you may have the same hair texture as someone else, you may not have the same hair level porosity. So that's another thing I'll briefly go into. So porosity levels, basically it lets it it's kind of like the, I guess, the structure of your hair, I would say, or the ability for your hair to have moisture. So for me, I have high porosity, which that means that my hair easily can take in moisture, or like it just kind of soaks it up. But the thing with that is that my hair is also susceptible to heat damage, which is why I had it in the crown of my hair. When I would relax it, my hair would get super over processed really quickly, as opposed to low porosity hair. It's hard to retain moisture, it's hard to accept the moisture into the hair because of the pores in the hair strands. Yeah, I think it's important just do your research on go on YouTube, how to grow long hair, why my hair is taking so long to grow. Like, just Google the important information. Just look at anyone's video, because you never know who you will learn tips from. I remember when I was transitioning to natural hair, I used to look at Pretty Witty 77. I love her YouTube channel. She was one of my favorite YouTubers at the time. So even though I was transitioning, she's natural now, by the way, but even though I was transitioning to natural hair, she was still relaxed at the time. The tips she provided, even though she was relaxed and I was transitioning, it's still, the tips she's giving me still even works for my natural hair to this day. So it just goes to show it doesn't matter the hair texture, it's just how are you incorporating that practice into your regimen. How are you using those products for your regimen? How are you tweaking it best for you? So the most important takeaway I would say is you do the research, understand it, analyze it, figure out how it works, how it could work for you, and you just twist it for your liking. So I think that's the most important part about research, and that's for research in general. I also linked down some other YouTubers I like to watch, such as with different hair textures. So Pretty Witty 77, she has a looser hair pattern, naturally high. She has like a tighter hair pattern, more like in the 4 category. Natural 85, as most of you know, and also like Journey to Waist Length, which she goes by now Shanique Bunton. So for G stands for greenhouse effect. So the greenhouse effect is basically what you would do is it's kind of like deep conditioning. You just take a plastic bag, you put it over your head. You could have oils in it. You could even, sometimes I would even use it without any oils. I just use my hair would just have no products, and I just let the heat for my own body heat basically do my own deep conditioning, as if I was sitting underneath like a blow dryer, or if I was just deep conditioning my hair. So it's basically you're just using your own body heat, either with oils or no oils, and it's just you producing it with your own sebum. And what I really liked about this method is that I didn't have to what I liked about this method was just that it really, I think how it promotes hair growth is kind of like if you were moisturizing your scalp with your fingertips. It's like you're producing blood flow, and that's basically what the greenhouse effect does. Your hair, it's kind of like if you were exercising, where you're just being lazy, just sitting around the house, or you just, you may not be able to exercise at the moment. You just producing blood flow from the heat from your scalp helps aid in hair growth basically. And so greenhouse effect is also synonymous with deep conditioning, because if you deep condition your hair, again, it's not the product itself, but the practice. So when you're deep conditioning your hair, you put the product into your hair, but your hair is soaking up that moisture. You're leaving it in for long periods of time, and your hair is able to absorb it more effectively, as opposed to if you just condition and wash it out. Your hair didn't really get that much of a chance to absorb it as much. So I really like the greenhouse effect for that very reason. If you guys would like a tutorial on that, I would be happy to do that. I'll also link down someone else's greenhouse effect tutorial for anyone who would like to check that out. The second letter for growth is R, retention, which also stands for length retention. So length retention essentially means what are you doing in between to help retain length. So your hair, most people say it's about natural hair and just hair care in general. So your hair, you may be deep conditioning your hair, you may be moisturizing your hair, you may be putting oils into your hair, you may be doing everything under the sun, everything from the rule book, but your hair could be growing at the same rate your hair is breaking off. What does that mean? So the ends, you may have split ends, and they just keep going up, going up, going up. So your hair is growing from the root. That's where your hair essentially grows. Your hair grows from your scalp. But the ends, that's where you see the growth, the progress, the length retention, right? But because, maybe you're slacking off in one area, or you may not know the cause of what's breaking off your hair, you're not seeing that length retention. So for me personally, when I was growing out my hair from last year, I definitely did experience length retention, and I will insert pictures again because basically I had my hair tucked away. So there's different components of how you could have length retention, and some of that basically stems from moisturizing your hair on a daily basis or every other day. Some of it consists of protective styling your hair to making sure those ends are tucked away, kind of like what I said before. Deep conditioning your hair, trimming those ends. There's so many things that can contribute to length retention. O stands for oil. So oil is very important to contributing to your hair growth or growing back your hair back. So I will make a future video. I'm still trying to test this out. So basically I went to a natural hair care show with my boyfriend last year, and we had this opportunity to make oil together, a hair growth oil, and I promise you, I kid you not, so I had my wig on. That's when I was telling you guys I finally got a wig, and I had my hair in a wig for like about a month, right? I have to see if I have pictures. I'll insert it in there. When I say my hair flourished within that time period, I'm still using this oil to this day. So my goal is for the summer is to get my bangs, like the front of my hair, my bangs to go past my chin. So if I get it past my chin, that oil is that oil is like a game changer. So I'm gonna definitely keep using it, and I will come in another video after the summer ends to show you guys if it actually works or not, and I'll hopefully maybe I could show you guys how to make your oil and sell it. I'm not sure yet, but that oil is a game changer. And yeah, like, so yeah, oil. Why do you need it? So oil, like I kind of said before, it serves as a sealant, and basically it locks in the moisture. So kind of like layers. So let's say it's cold outside, right, on a cold winter day, and you go outside with just like moisture or the cream, like in the LCO method. The cream is just that sweater. The oil is the coat. The oil is the scarf, the hat, everything to keep you warm, everything to lock in that moisture, seal everything together. The oil is the icing on the cake. That's what oil does. I feel as though oil makes everything a whole lot better. So some of the oils you could use, coconut oil, shea butter, jojoba oil, Jamaican black castor oil, all these oils, also depending on your hair texture, depending on your hair porosity, you know, you may use different types of oils. So oils, coconut oil is typically very lightweight, so people with looser hair textures may want to use that. Now for me personally, I always kind of just use coconut oil. I think I still sometimes need a heavier oil, but like I said, the oil mix I'm using now, it is kind of thick, and I do have coconut oil in it, so I don't necessarily feel as though I have to change anything about it, or like coconut oil doesn't work. But I personally, my hair did grow while using coconut oil, so I really like that. Black castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil is very thick, so people with thicker hair, maybe tighter hair patterns, may want to use Jamaican black castor oil because it's so thick and will keep your hair moisturized. The next tip is W in the word growth, and basically that is synonymous to patience. So W stands for waiting. Now some of you may be like, oh, I just want my hair to grow, I was rising and growing, you know, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Sometimes you just need to take a breath, breathe, relax, don't pay attention to your hair, just wait. I remember when I first cut my hair, my experience with short natural hair, it was very nerve-wracking. I never had my hair that short, and I know some people are like, it's just hair, but I don't say I was like insecure, but I was definitely trying to figure out how can I best rock my short hair, you know, and still have that confidence as how it was when it was longer. The important part about waiting during this journey, just waiting, like how other parts in your life that you just wait, just enjoying the process, being patient, learning how to love yourself, appreciate how you were able to just take that new step, break out of your comfort zone. You know, yeah, just like definitely be patient. I think part of the reason too is why I think my hair grew so fast is because one, I wasn't paying attention to it. I also, the time I cut my hair was during a very fast period, so like the spring semester. It was during the spring semester, you know, finals was coming up. I just didn't want to have to do anything with my hair, so I cut it and I quickly put it into a protective style. So like I didn't want to have to worry about my hair essentially. So by my hair being tucked away, it was able to grow, and I didn't have to worry about styling it or how it may look today. Like that was none of my worries because it was tucked away, and it literally made that time period go by so fast. So when I did decide to finally take out my hair in July, I was literally shocked with the hair growth. And you know, I kept it out for some time, and then I put it back into a protective style. So another thing is kind of going back to the protective style method. If you put your hair in protective styles, I think, you know, that would definitely help speed up the process. And I think as your hair grows back, it's just an all-around journey of just being patient. But I know that definitely helped contribute to my hair growth, just not worrying about my hair and just being patient all throughout. T stands for trim, and I'm gonna whip out my scissors just to show you guys. Trim, trim, trim. A lot of people, even me at first, like I said before, are so scared to cut off their hair. I remember when I was younger, I would go to the hairdresser on certain meme. They would be like, oh, we're just gonna trim it off, and I'll come out bawling. Now you can't even tell me anything. Like, I love to trim my hair. Like, I trim my hair all the time. I'm just like it's nothing. And basically, kind of like, if you cut off negativity in your life, you definitely, like, I don't want to say right away, but you feel better, you know, if you, in terms of it's dead ends, and I don't want any type of dead ends on me. I want it all gone. But then some people, you know, if you have like a health condition or you know, whatever the case may be, their hair may be more sensitive to them. So I really think it all depends, and so I can't really say, you know, just cut it off. I know people get attached to it in different ways, but for me personally, it definitely did take some time. I don't want people to be like this, oh, you're telling me to just cut my hair, like, well, you know, I'm like, it's my hair type of thing. So I totally get it, but like I said, I was possibly in someone's shoes who may be watching this video, and I was definitely scared to cut my hair at first. I never would have imagined. For me personally, why I decided to technically, in a sense, like big chop or cut it really short, was that even though I was doing all these wonderful hair practices, sometimes your hair is just so damaged and beyond repair that for me, my hair probably would have taken another good 2 years for me to not only have my heat damage have grown out, but just to cut it, for me to still have to keep growing it just for my hair to look like how it does right now either. And I definitely think it's because I had my hair protected, I was moisturizing it, I wasn't paying attention to it too much. I definitely did not gut my hair as it was being protected, so I was doing all these practices in between. But definitely I think the main part of it was I got rid of most, and if not all, of the damaged ends, and my hair was literally able to play catch up. Like, I did not have any split ends, I didn't have any breakage anymore. The heat damage was essentially basically gone, so it was just time now. My hair was basically, and it says getting a fresh start, so it wasn't competing with any damaged ends. It was just doing its own thing now. It was literally just flourishing, doing what it was supposed to do basically. And when I would put, you know, my deep conditioner in my hair, when I would put my moisturizer, my oils into my hair, it wasn't just sitting on it how it would if I was transitioning the regular way through the heat damage. It was literally taking everything on as brand new. So I think definitely a major part about why I think my hair grew back so fast was because I did cut it, and I would keep up with regular trims, making sure like I did get all of the heat damage away right away. So if you cut off all those damaged ends, like how you cut off negativity from your life, you will flourish and your hair will flourish too. I guarantee. Last but not least, H, the last H in hair growth stands for health. Health. What does that mean? So health essentially means what are you eating? What are you intaking? What ingredients are you putting on your hair? What underlying health conditions you may possibly have that are stunting or you know, like affecting your hair growth? Are you stressed out? So these type of things, you know, essentially affect your hair. So because your hair is a part of your body in a sense, right? So a lot of that, you know, you kind of want to ask yourself, like, what is going on with their mental state? What is going on with their physical state? What is probably even going on with their spiritual state? You know, like, what are these things surrounding all these aspects of health that could be affecting the health and the state of your hair? So you know, some parts, you know, like if you're stressed out, you know, you possibly could experience breakage, you know, stunting your hair growth. If you're, you know, like I said, stressed out again, you may experience extra shedding. I know I see some videos on YouTube, postpartum shedding, so that also could be, you know, affecting your hair growth as well. If you have like maybe underlying health conditions, you know, that are not addressed, you know, you may be thinking, oh my gosh, like, what is going on with my hair? And then, you know, possibly because you have to probably need to go to the doctor about something, unfortunately. So all these things, you know, contribute to the health of your hair, lack of hair growth. So for me personally, I would say, in terms of like my health and what I did to change some things, I definitely didn't change my eating habits, so I know that possibly didn't help too much. But I think mine, I would say, was stress. When I cut my hair, I definitely felt very liberated afterwards. So I think that definitely helped contribute to my hair growth, because, you know, I think I did get a little bit confidence boost after that, because I feel as though, I don't want to say short hair kind of forces you to become confident or like grow, but it definitely teaches you lessons, so you learn how to be more authentic. You learn how to like kind of like find other means to showcase yourself to the world in beautiful ways, you know, not just saying like, oh, you can't do this because you're short hair. No, you just find different ways to kind of showcase yourself, right? And basically, yeah, I know like finals was coming up and stuff like that, so like that probably stressed me out. So like during the summertime, you know, I made sure I definitely focused on my hair, giving my hair the extra TLC that probably wasn't doing during the school year, because, you know, I was focused on finals and stuff like that. So I definitely changed my habits. You know, I stopped doing my hair when I was rushing. You know, if I felt like nervous about something, if I was stressed out, I wouldn't do my hair. I'd give myself a day to relax, because if you do your hair when you're stressed out and stuff, you're gonna take that out onto your hair. You're gonna rip through your hair. You're gonna rake through it. You're not gonna care or anything, right? So yeah, I definitely think depending on the type of health state of mind, physical state, whatever the case may be, can affect the health, the growth of your hair. And basically, yeah, and then going into my sophomore year of college, back to being stressed, I definitely knew how to like manage like schoolwork, working and stuff like that. So the health of my hair definitely did improve during that time frame. I definitely say so. I was taking very good care of my hair. I was very patient with it. I was in a good place. So yeah, I definitely think that helped contribute to the health of my hair. Another thing is, you know, food intake I think is very important as well. So I would say definitely drinking water. You know, you drink water because you want, you know, clean face, healthy looking skin. You want to feel healthy on the inside. You want to make sure you're nourished, you know. So if that's the case, you know, your hair may want some water too, kind of like what I was saying in the past video. So you want to spray your hair with water. You want to take in that water inside as well, right? Water is your friend until the end. Like some people try to stay clear of water because they feel as though it you know, may mess up their style, but a little bit goes a long way. You know, you drink water so you could be healthy, so, you know, to reduce pimples. So your hair likes water as well. So it just is not just about the intake, it's what you put on the outside as well, right? So you want to take a spray bottle, just spray your hair maybe like once a day or every other day. Your hair will thank you. Your hair is thirsty. Your hair wants water, especially natural hair. And depending on your hair texture, as you get more to tighter hair textures, you know, your hair may be extra dry, so you want to use water as much as possible. So your hair you need water to live, and essentially your hair wants to thrive and shine. So give your hair some extra water. Fish is also, if you're allergic, you know, there's also different things you can eat as well, such as like eggs. I heard that's good, high in protein. But yeah, fish I heard is really good because of the omega-3 that is presented in fish. Fish is also protein, and your hair needs protein as well. So all that good stuff. I'll link a couple descriptions. I'll link a couple of articles down below about healthy food or foods you can eat to kind of help promote hair growth. And I also just now thought about adding an exclamation point. So exclamation point means excitement. Exclamation points means you know, you're motivated, you're encouraged, you're determined, and you're ready to have fun. So basically, when you're trying to do this hair growth journey, I would say this exclamation point can mean a numerous amount of things, and it's not just inclusive or exclusive to the tips I listed down below. These tips can mean, the exclamation point could stand for having fun, you know, taking pictures during your hair journey, documenting your progress, you know, sharing tips with others, being confident with yourself, you know, wearing that cute short dress if your hair is short, or doing whatever you want, just embracing this period of that you're in, this journey of growing out your hair. The exclamation point could stand for research. Exclamation point could stand for questioning. You know, you may not be sure about yourself, but that's okay. You're learning. You're making the effort to want to learn how to grow out your hair. How to care more for your natural hair care, or whatever the case may be, your hair, relax, transitioning, whatever, right? Yeah, basically the exclamation point can stand for so many things. So yeah, so just have fun. So kind of like a quick recap. So H stands for heat, A stands for armor, I stands for ingredients, R stands for research, G stands for greenhouse effect, R stands for retention, O stands for oil, W stands for waiting, T stands for trim, and H stands for health, and altogether you get hair growth, exclamation point. So yeah, that is my acronym, or my 10 healthy tips for growing out your natural hair. These are the tips I basically use. There's many more if you guys would like to know. I'll definitely leave I'll definitely answer some questions down below, and if I think of or remember anything, I'll definitely include it in the description box or add it in comment sections down below, or even make a future video as well. But yeah, I definitely just wanted to do this acronym for hair growth because I think it would be super super easy to remember. I love acronyms, so yeah, I definitely wanted to include this hair growth acronym for you guys, especially incorporating into the 10 tips and what I basically use to help me grow back my hair in less than a year. And I'll definitely insert a picture again. Yeah, I can't believe how fast my hair grew back. So definitely know, like, my hair is growing, my hair is healthy now. It definitely has potential to grow possibly even longer if I just continue to incorporate all these healthy tips and habits and practices, and just yeah, just basically essentially incorporate all that. But yeah, those are basically all my tips. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching my 10 healthy tips using the hair growth acronym to grow back your hair if you recently big chopped, if you're experiencing heat damage, if you're transitioning your hair, trying to grow back your hair to how it was before. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, any questions, please leave it down below. If you would like to check out my Depop account, I always talk about that in my other videos. The link to this in the description box down below. I also have a hair page. I'll leave it down below, as well as my poetry Instagram page for anyone who would like to check it out. If you really like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you liked this video and want to see other videos, please check out my YouTube channel. If you like this video and you want to see more of me, that'd be really cool. Please hit the subscribe button as well. But yeah, I would like to thank you all. Thank you so much for watching my 10 healthy tips video. My name is Naomi. This is my YouTube channel, Me Internally, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.